The hum of activity at Second Chance's headquarters was now constant. Volunteers bustled about, community members arrived for workshops, and small victories were celebrated daily. Though challenges persisted, the organization was steadily growing, and its reputation was beginning to extend far beyond their immediate community. It started with another article in the local press, this time highlighting the broader impact of second chances. Liam's story, of a privileged man who lost everything and rebuilt his life by helping others, captivated readers. Donations surged as more people learned about the organization's mission. Soon, regional media outlets picked up the story, followed by invitations to local events and panels focused on social impact and poverty alleviation. "You're becoming a bit of a celebrity," Caleb teased one morning as he handed Liam a copy of a magazine featuring an article about him. Liam chuckled, shaking his head. "This isn't about me. It's about the work we're doing. That's what matters." Still, the recognition brought opportunities that Liam couldn't ignore. One evening, after a community event, Liam was approached by a woman in her 50s with an air of quiet authority. "Liam Carter?" she asked, extending her hand. "That's me," he replied, shaking her hand. "I'm Margaret Alden," she said, her voice warm but firm. "I was a close friend of your father's. I've been following your work, and I must say, I'm impressed." Liam blinked in surprise. It had been years since anyone mentioned his father in a tone of admiration. "Thank you," he said cautiously. "I didn't realize anyone from my father's circle was aware of what I've been doing." Margaret smiled. "Richard always spoke highly of you, even when he was frustrated. He believed in your potential, even if you didn't see it yourself. I think he'd be proud of what you've accomplished." The words hit Liam harder than he expected. For so long, he had carried the weight of his father's disappointment. Hearing that Richard might have been proud of him was like a balm to an old wound. Margaret wasn't the only influential person to take notice. Over the following weeks, several other figures from Richard Carter's network reached out, offering support or partnerships. One of the most significant breakthroughs came when a major corporation expressed interest in sponsoring Second Chances. Their CEO, an old associate of Richard's, explained that he was impressed by Liam's transformation and wanted to help. "This could be huge," Rosa said when Liam shared the news. "With their backing, we could expand our programs and help so many more people." Liam hesitated, though. He remembered how his father had often warned him about the strings attached to corporate partnerships. "Let's tread carefully," he said. "I don't want to compromise our mission for the sake of growth." The team agreed to take their time vetting the partnership, ensuring it aligned with their values. It was during one of these meetings with Richard's old associates that Liam learned of a detail that would change everything. "You know," Margaret said over coffee one afternoon, "there's something in your father's will you might want to revisit." Liam frowned. "I thought the will was clear. Everything went to the foundation unless I proved myself within a year, and I failed." Margaret leaned forward, her expression thoughtful. "Not quite. There's a clause. Your father left a provision that if you could demonstrate a significant and meaningful contribution to society, the inheritance could be reinstated." He didn't specify a time frame. Liam's heart skipped a beat. "Are you saying I could still qualify?" Margaret nodded. "It's possible, but you'd need to prove that your work with Second Chances meets the criteria. It would require legal action to challenge the current arrangement, but it's not impossible." The revelation left Liam conflicted. On one hand, the inheritance could provide the resources Second Chances desperately needed to expand its reach and impact. On the other, pursuing it felt like stepping back into the world he had worked so hard to distance himself from. "I don't know if I want it," Liam admitted to Rosa and Caleb later that evening. "Why not?" Rosa asked, her brow furrowed. "That money could help so many people." "It could," Liam said. "But it feels selfish. Like I'm doing this for the wrong reasons." Caleb placed a hand on Liam's shoulder. "You're not the same person you were back then. If you pursue this, it's not about you, it's about the people we're trying to help. Don't let your pride get in the way of doing something good." After much soul-searching, Liam decided to consult with a lawyer about the possibility of reclaiming the inheritance. The process wouldn't be easy. It would involve proving to the court that his work with Second Chances met the criteria outlined in the will. "I'll do it," Liam said, his voice steady. but only if we can use the money to grow the organization. I don't want a single cent for myself. The lawyer nodded. That's a noble approach, Liam. And it might work in your favor, showing the court that your intentions are entirely selfless. The legal battle that followed was grueling. The foundation that had inherited Richard's wealth contested Liam's claim, arguing that he had failed to meet the original terms of the will. Liam spent hours gathering evidence, including testimonials from people whose lives had been transformed by second chances. Caleb, Rosa, and Lexi worked tirelessly to support him, organizing community rallies and media campaigns to highlight the organization's impact. The courtroom became a battleground, but Liam remained steadfast. "This isn't about me," he told the judge during his testimony. "It's about the people we've helped and the countless others we could reach with the right resources. My father always believed in giving back, and I want to honor that legacy." During the proceedings, Liam received an unexpected boost from Jessica, the family acquaintance who had previously donated to Second Chances. "I knew Richard well," she said during her testimony, "and I have no doubt that he would have been proud of what Liam has accomplished. His work embodies everything Richard valued: compassion, resilience, and a commitment to making the world a better place." Her words carried weight, swaying both the court and public opinion in Liam's favor. After weeks of deliberation, the court ruled in Liam's favor. The inheritance was reinstated, but with the condition that it be used solely for the growth and operation of Second Chances. Liam felt a mix of relief and determination as he signed the final paperwork. He had reclaimed his father's legacy, not for himself, but for the people who needed it most. With the inheritance now at his disposal, Second Chances was poised for unprecedented growth. The team began planning new programs, expanding their reach to neighboring communities, and investing in sustainable solutions to combat poverty. For Liam, the journey had come full circle. He had lost everything, only to find something far more valuable: purpose, integrity, and a chance to make a lasting difference. As he stood in the bustling headquarters of the now thriving organization, Liam smiled. His father's wealth had finally found its rightful place, not in extravagant mansions or luxury cars, but in the hands of a man determined to use it for good. And so, Second Chances became not just a name but a promise, a testament to the power of redemption and the enduring impact of one man's choice to turn his life around.